Okay, great. Thank you, Dee Dee. All right, so let's start class. Today we're in the third section, and if memory serves me correctly, my mind's been kind of busy this week. We are at the ending movements. So we've done the last part. So we're at snake creeps down. So today we're going to be doing step up to 7 stars. So we're going to work our way slowly through these last few movements in the form to make sure we're pretty comfortable with them. I know oftentimes when we're in class, we go through the movements and then it's like, okay, we're done. Congratulations, you've finished. But then oftentimes people say, well, can we review the third section? So, and especially the last few movements. So we'll take our time doing the last few movements, we're always in review and refinement and stuff like that. So anyway, we'll work on these movements at the end and try to take our time. That means me. Okay. All right. So let's start with cross hands, and we'll go to the last snake creeps down before we go into step up to 7 stars. Okay, so let's start our practice. Okay, here we are at cross hands. Make sure your feet are shoulders width apart, feet point straight, hands touching are crossed in front of us. We are sitting. Sitting means that our knees are slightly bent. Okay, you've got your body shape. All right, we go to embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. Then roll back, press, push, diagonal single whip. Wild horse parts its mane. 1, 2, 3, 4. Transition to ward off left. Remember, bring your left foot in. Then ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Fair lady works shuttles. Remember, keep your focus on the corner area. 2, 3, 4. Transition to ward off left. Make sure your left arm palm is up. We pivot and we just step. Ward off left. Right. Roll back. Press. single whip. Cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up, golden rooster stands on one leg. 1, 2, repulse the monkey. 1, 2, 3, diagonal flying. Raise hands, step forward. White crane spreads its wings. Left knee brush. Needle at the C bottom. Fan through the back. Turn body. White snake spits out its tongue. Parry, block, and punch. Step up, grasping the bird's tail, ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Cloud hands. 1, 2, 3, single whip. High pat on horse. Thrust out palm. Turn body, make sure your right palm's touching your upper arm. Then we go to cross kick. Step up, punching to the groin. Step up, grasping the bird's tail, ward off right. Roll back. Press. Push. Single whip. Snake creeps down. Okay, how's this? How are we doing? I hope the form is feeling really good. You know, the third section is the longest section, and it has the most repeated movements in it. Anyway, okay, anybody have any questions? That's a no. All right. how do we do the next movement? Okay, so one thing I want to bring up is how do we make sure that we're showing our end posture and not transitioning into the next movement too soon? Oftentimes in the poo step or the low posture step where snake creeps down, we often find students doing it like this. So from single whip, I'm going to show how to do it not incorrectly. So from here, here's my snake creeps down. Okay, I've already started my transition into the next movement. So we know we must be clear that snake creeps down is we move weight back, pressing down here slightly, and moving weight forward just a little bit. This is the end posture. As I start to move forward and close my right foot, this is the transition, start of the transition into the next movement. So I want you to make sure that you're clear in where is the end posture of snake creeps down. We are still in the low posture or poo step position, okay? So make sure you're not transitioning too quickly to Jinji Duli. Golden Rooster stands on one leg, or the next movement is going to be step up to 7 stars. Okay, so here we are at our snake creeps down. We're in our low posture. Okay, what's our footwork going to be? Similar to the step up Golden Rooster. Okay, so we're going to move weight forward. We're going to close this right back foot. We're going to shift our weight back slightly, open 45 degrees. Now, the difference here is we're not going to stand up. We're going to go into an empty stance using the right ball of our foot. So as I move weight forward, I'm going to step with the ball of my right foot. Empty stance. Make sure you're clear on the 1 line 2 side. Don't cross your feet, okay? Then press into the floor. All right, so let's try that one again. From here, snake creeps down. Don't stay there too long, okay? So here we are. We're going to move weight, close the right foot. Move weight back. Open the left foot. Move weight forward. Step out with the ball of your foot for an empty stance. Then give me 30%. Okay. So what are our Kodak moments going to be? Okay. So here, I'm at snake creeps down. The first one is move weight, close my foot. This is the first Kodak moment I should see, all right? That separates those two movements. Then move weight back. So now I'm in a bit of Bella wanted to make sure that you're not moving your weight back too far. Just make sure that you come back to center so that you're kind of in the middle, okay? She feels very, very passionate about that part. Yes, okay, we understand. All right, now we're going to, after we move weight back, we're going to open this left foot 45 degrees. Now, as you move your weight forward, we're going to kind of be in this position. Then we're going to step out. Then I'm going to apply 30%. Okay, so our footwork is passing through. But as we're passing through, there's going to be some things that we're going to be doing as we're passing through. Okay, so again, so say, you know, here I am at snake creeps down. I move weight, I close my foot. I move weight back to center. Open the left foot. Move weight. I'm going to bring my right leg in, my right foot in like it's going to pass through. And then I'm going to step. Then I'm going to put my foot on the floor and push down into my bubbling well. Okay. Push the ball of my foot down into the floor. Okay. So if I were to watch you do the movement, I should capture all those footwork components if I did it sequentially, okay? All right, now, what is the upper body going to be doing? Here we have this whip hand, okay, the hook hand, okay? This hook hand needs to open up and make a fist, all right? So as we move our weight forward, our fist is going to make our, here at our rib cage level, all right, area. And make sure that your wrist is seated, okay? So don't bring it in and then, you know, just have it, you know, kind of flat. Make sure that it is seated, okay? Seat your wrist here, okay? Make sure it's seated. And then then it's going to punch up. When it punches up, the flat of your fist, this front part here, should be pointing upward. I'm sorry. So this shape here, okay, this position here, if you bring your fist just back, just bring your elbow back to your rib cage, then this is the position it should be in. Don't have it flat. Don't have it, and don't have the wrist flat. Okay, don't have your fist flat. Okay, don't have your wrist flat. Then we need for it to come in this direction so that now the fist tail is diagonal to the floor. So this fist here, if you just draw your elbow back and bring your fist to your rib cage, then you will have this position. So it won't be this position. If you have this flat fist position and you go to punch, then the flat of your hand will be pointing upward. We need it to point upward, but at a diagonal direction, okay? So this is actually a punch to somebody's chin. So, so we don't want to go for the throat per se, we want to go for the chin. So that's why it's pointed at this diagonal position, okay? So after we have this hook hand, we're going to open it up, and then we're going to make a fist, and we're going to seat it here at our rib cage. Then it's going to punch up, okay? So that should be pretty simple. This left hand, you know, what is it going to do? We're going to, when we shift our weight back and we open the left foot, when we open the left foot, then the left hand is going to grab. These two motions go together, okay? So we have to make sure that when the left foot opens, then the left hand goes into a grab pull position, okay? So we're in a grabbing position here. Then we're going to make a fist, okay? Then we're going to make a fist, and then our arm, our left arm is going to come in towards our body. And at that time, the right arm will kind of join with it. And then from here, we're going to push out a little bit. So here again, we need to make sure that the fist is pointing diagonally up so that it's not this direction and it's not this direction. So the fist tail will be kind of pointing diagonally. So if we go to cross hands and you make two fists and you rotate your arms and seat your wrists, then it'll look like this, okay? Make fist and then rotate and keep your wrists seated. Then it'll look like this shape, okay? All right, so how are we going to do this movement? All right, so here, watch me. So I go to snake creeps down, and here's my end posture. I'm going to move my weight, and I'm going to lift up my left arm as my right foot closes. I still have my hook hand, okay? As I move my weight back to center, everything still stays the same. When I open my left foot, my left arm is going to grab and pull. Now I'm going to start releasing this right hand. Then from here, both hands are going to make a fist. So remember, we're going to bring the right hand in towards our rib cage. The left arm now is making its fist. So from here, back, open, grabbing, pull, and now when I move my weight forward, both arms are going to make a fist. My right fist is going to be at my rib cage. My left fist is still going to kind of be in front, okay? Then, and my body is still going to be open. Then when I close my arms, when they join together, then I'm going to step out for my bow stance. Now, the timing that we're going to do here is going to be a little bit different in a few minutes, okay? So we're going to step out and we're going to join our arms together. Then from here, when I press down to get into my empty stance, I'm going to extend out my arms a little bit. My shoulders should be square forward. I should be in cross hands position, but with two fists punching to somebody's chin, okay? Both can actually punch to somebody's chin. All right. So from here, let's try this again. Okay. So here we are at snake creeps down. Move weight, close your foot. Shift back, open. Now, make two fists. Step out, cross your arms. Extend out 30%. Well, extend out and give me 30% with your footwork, okay? So again, from here, back, snake creeps down. Forward, close the right foot, left arm comes up. Back, grab and pull, opening the left foot, left arm go together. Make two fists. Now my weight's here on the left leg. Close your arms. Now my body's square. My shoulders are square forward. I'm going to extend my arms out a little bit, and I'm going to push down into the floor. Okay? All right, so these are the components that I want you to think about. But now when we do it, our weight distribution is going to shift a little bit, because we have to remember that we can't keep both feet on the floor, or we shouldn't keep both feet on the floor. We are still moving our weight forward. So what's it going to look like? Okay, from here, snake creeps down. Move weight forward, back, grab. As I'm making two fists, now I'm all on my left leg. My right leg is left the floor. I'm going to touch, cross my arms, then 30%. So this is actually how we need to make sure that we do this movement, okay? So let's try this footwork again along with the arms. Open, snake creeps down. Move weight forward just a little bit. Now transition to step up to 7 stars. Move weight forward, close the right foot. Left arm comes up. Back, grab and pull. Now I'm going to start moving my weight forward towards the middle. That means then that my right foot's going to come off the floor as I make two fists. So now I'm in this position. Step out, cross your arms. 30%. Okay? All right, so let's do this. I'll do this the same direction as we normally would go. So here we are at single whip. Okay, snake creeps down. Remember, move weight a little bit forward. Now transition to step up to 7 stars. Move weight, close the left foot. Left arm is now up. Hook hand is still up. Back. Opening the left foot, grabbing and pulling with the left hand. As we make two fists and we move our weight where? To the middle. Step out. Cross your arms. 30%. Are your shoulders square forward? Are you crossing at your forearms? Don't cross at the wrist. Cross mostly in your forearm, your middle of your forearm area. Are your wrists seated? Okay, meaning are you punching up to somebody's chin, or are you punching them like you want to punch them in the throat? Yeah, it could be okay, so this could also be a block. This is going to also be a punch, okay? So if somebody's coming to you, we can block, or, you know, we can grab somebody and hit them in the chin, okay? So, you know, there's a lot of things that we can do for different movements, different energies. We are not just locked into one thing, because everything is going to boil down to what energy am I using, okay? So here you can think of blocking, or here you can think of striking or punching somebody, okay? All right, let's try this again. From single whip. Step up to 7 stars. Oh, I'm sorry. Snake creeps down. Getting ahead of myself. Okay. All right, end posture of snake creeps down. Transition to step up to 7 stars. Forward, close the foot. Back, open, grabbing and pulling with the left arm. Then come to the middle. Step out, cross your arms. Extend out, give me 30%. So here we have to remember that our body is open more than corner, less than straight. When we go into this movement, now with the grabbing and pulling, I'm more kind of towards the corner area. So then I'm able to use my middle body. Why? So I can punch, 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 okay? So make sure that your body doesn't go square too soon, because then we will lose the function of the waist. But also, if you think of just blocking somebody, then, our body can go a little bit more straight because we're not striking. But if you need to strike in this movement, then your shoulders, should be a little more open, and then close as we strike, okay? Okay, so I apologize, I keep fiddling with my nose a little bit because of the cottonwood flower things floating around. All right, so here we are at single whip. We're going to go to snake creeps down. Transition to step up to 7 stars. Move weight forward, closing that right foot as the left arm comes up. Back, grab and pull as the left foot opens. Making 2 fists, coming to the middle. Step out, cross your arms. Now our right foot, ball of our foot is on the floor. Extend out and give me 30%. Okay, so here we have to, or I want you to remember, in empty stances, oftentimes we have people ask the question, well, why do I have to stay in the back? Because, like movements like, raise hands and step forward. I want to come forward. White crane spreads its wings. I want to come forward. Step up to 7 stars. I want to come more forward, okay? By coming more forward and not keeping the majority of your weight in the back, what you're going to do is you're going to neutralize yourself and the energy in the movements, okay? Meaning that, how are we going to neutralize? If I go to use split energy and I move my weight forward, I'm going to basically collapse my opponent, okay? So instead of keeping their arm straight, because I'm moving forward, then I'm encouraging them, and I'm going to basically fall onto them because, I'm not keeping my weight back. So when we do this 7 stars, oftentimes, students will do this. Step up, 7 stars, okay? Now I've gone too far forward, right? We know that this leg has too much weight on it. So what is not clear? Our empty and full is not clear, all right? So we must make sure that we're keeping the majority of the weight in the back leg. Now, in an empty stance, using our heel, this is a little bit easier to do than when we're using the ball of the foot. Typically speaking, when we are using the ball of the foot, the tendency then is to put too much weight forward, okay? So what do I want you to think about when you're using or going into an empty stance using the ball of your foot? I want you to think of pushing down the earth to create more of a seal between the earth and the seed that you just planted, okay? You know how we dig up the dirt and we put a seed in there and then we cover it up and then we go like this? We kind of tamp into the floor, okay? But as we tamp into the floor, I want you to notice how much weight do you have, okay? So, we kind of have this seesaw effect or this spring kind of effect, but when we tamp into the floor, we're not doing this, tapping into the floor, okay? We're not putting so much weight forward that we propel ourselves forward. We kind of keep our weight mostly in the back as we push down with the front ball of the foot, right, into the ground. The same thing kind of holds true when we're doing an empty stance here. When you do this empty stance, I want you to think we touch the floor, okay? We're touching the ground now. Tamp into the ground. Push that dirt so that it solidifies. So solidify the dirt so that it goes down into the earth, okay? And helps it to compress the soil. So then now the seed has some comfort around it, some support around it so that it can then grow, okay? So make sure that your empty stance is still only 30% or just, if you just think, don't assign a weight to it, assign just, you know, this feeling of pushing down into the earth, tapping into the earth, okay? So let's try this again and make sure that we are doing that function, okay? So from here, single whip, all right. Go to snake creeps down. Transition and step up to 7 stars. Back, open, make sure these two go together, grabbing and pulling, open the foot. Make 2 fists. Now we're in the middle. Touch the ground as you cross your arms. Now push down into the ground. Tap into the ground. Make sure that you have that pressure there without going too far forward, okay? So, so we say then we have the right type of dung and chung going on here, okay? So does anybody have any questions on this? This really, to me, is one of the beautiful movements in, I mean, they're all beautiful, right? But, you know, I really do enjoy this movement. You know, there's a lot going on here, and, you know, timing and, you know, the energy and how the lower body's moving, how the upper body and lower body are working together to make all this happen and things like that, how we're using the middle body to turn and strike, and all these things are going on, okay? So no questions, then let's try this again. Let's start with single whip, and let's go to high pat on horse and thrust out palm, and then we'll go all the way up to step up to 7 stars. Okay, this is great. Okay, so here we are at, it's called single whip. Okay, from single whip. All right, from here, we go to high pat on horse. Remember, we're in that empty stance using the ball of the foot. Are you going too far forward? Make sure you're tapping into the ground. All right, step up, thrust out palm. Here, make sure your right hand is touching your left upper arm, okay? Turn body, cross, kick. Do you have your body shape here with your upper body? Okay, kick, sorry. Then from here, step up and punch to the groin. Okay. Step up, grasping the bird's tail, ward off, right. Roll back. Press. Push. Turn body. Go to single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up to 7 stars. Okay. All right. So Michael reminded me to let you know. You know, we have this. The name of this movement is called "Step Up to 7 Stars." Well, what is the 7 stars? It's the Big Dipper. So that's what that is. So when you go out at night and you look at all the stars, there'll be 7 of them. Then you know that it is step up to 7 stars. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions? We did a lot today. You know, practice this movement. What I like to do when if I isolate this movement, I start from single whip, and then I shift back and I open. I don't do the snake creeps down unless I'm, you know, wanting to incorporate those movements into the practice. But if I isolate this movement, I'll start with single whip because, you know, basically that's what we're doing when we come here. So now we're kind of that single whip position. Then I'll go into doing this movement. Okay. So you can start from there, save your right side from snake creeps down, but then try the snake creeps down and coordinate and incorporate it with this 7 stars movement. and but don't do too much of the snake creeps down. Okay, save yourself. All right. Okay. No questions. We'll review this again next week. We need to make sure that our timing is correct, that our upper and lower body are working together, making sure that they're connected as well. And then if all that is okay, then we'll go on to the next movement of step back to ride the tiger. Another wonderful movement. I really enjoy these last movements. So anyway, okay, so no questions, and we'll close class. Thank you guys for coming. And remember, tomorrow is June 30. And then on Sunday, Pierre is going to be leading our practice at 2 o'clock on Sunday. So I hope you join us for that. And in the meantime, practice your Tai Chi, and I will see you next time.
Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Nancy. Again, everybody.
Thank you, Nancy. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.